You know the title, people. Why are tradespeople struggling in 2026? Sorry about that. Most people think, yeah, plumbers are making easy money. You just turn up, you do the job quickly, and you get paid. Hope you're subscribed, because the things what I'm going to say is they're going to upset people, but I don't really care. That's not really the case in 2026, especially in London, right? Right now, there's experienced tradespeople, just like myself, who struggle to keep a steady flow of work. And through my own experiences, yeah, there's not many trades or work things people do who are into their trade 20 years. I'm in 20 years deep doing plumbing. I've worked when it's been super busy. I've worked when it's been slow as well, COVID time. But what's happening in now in 2026 is a different type of pressure, which I think a lot of people are not talking about it, because when you do break it down, it's the reality, isn't it? And this part is where I'm going to start to break it down. So here we go. There are more people in the trade than ever. I don't think people understand this. Everyone has been told, get a trade. It's the safe option. So now the market is what? Crowded. Sunday market. What are you doing there? I didn't know you do. When did you start doing that? Crowded. Customers are spending less. 100%. Jobs that you used to get done straight away are now being like delayed for months, because customers are getting more quotes from other people. Materials are higher, tools are more expensive. So when you do get the work, your profit margin is squeezed out of it. And you've got to take in consideration to a lot of these online platforms, price comparison places. A customer's going to get 3 quotes before she gets the toilet seat changed. You know, that's where we're heading. Unfortunately, the trade person is on the firing end of that. You're going to receive all of that business. But the harsh truth is, most people don't want to hear that in 2026. It's not that there's no work. I'll just be honest. There's always work, innit? It's just that there's less good work difference. And if you're new to like the industry and stuff like that, it's going to be harder for you to get the experience and to get the good quality money, because things are just getting tighter. And there's no guarantee nowadays, I would say, for stable money. But everybody should know that's not always automatic. You know, like, you're not guaranteed to earn a specific wage. unless you're set. So my conclusion is that it is a struggle right now, but you're not the only one. I think that a lot of people are feeling it. Industry is feeling it too with the challenges. But now, how do we like stabilize the prices? It's something I've had to think about for a little while. But I'd always like other tradespeople to tell me that, you know, drop in the comment section below that maybe that's not the case for you. Maybe you're flourishing. Because I want to know myself, because I do my own studies and my own research when it comes to how plumbing is in London at the moment to what it was before. It has to be. You know, I understand things change. Some of these platforms have birthed some new people, some new companies. You've heard me speak about a lot of these platforms before, i.e. My Builder, Trekker Trader, and those types of platforms. People have mixed emotions about them. I would always ask people who follow the channel or who watch the content, have you used those types of things? And how has it worked out for you? Because I'm always interested. I was curious at one point because one of my friends used it for a little bit. But he doesn't use it now today. So it's kind of I'm not really sure, you know. And I would always like to ask people who are actually using it themselves, because feedback today in 2026 definitely would help myself make different types of videos possibly about it, or help the community be informed about it at the end of the day. I feel that when you share that little bit of information, oh, you know, I use Trekker Trader, or I use My Builder, I used it at this point and then this happened or that happened, because it helps with a lot of people's direction. You know, when I make a video like this, it's not to like shut everyone down and be like, do you know what? It's fucked, it's this, it's that. Markets get saturated all the time. There's always more work than there is workers, but there's definitely a decline within good quality work, which you're going to make money on. There's a lot of squeezes on a lot of things. And I see it through the board, and I've seen it through customers as well. So that's why I came on to explain. I have been a plumber at certain times when I've had a full-time job. So I do some jobs on the side. I've done self-employed work for a while. I've done price work for a period of years, working on sites all around London. And that finished a long, long time ago. But that was an era and a time when you could get that money. You could get 1,600. You could get 2.5 a week. That wasn't really a problem. You just got to work for it. And most people are willing to work for it. But today, do I see that happening with congestion, with other charges which keep on popping up? You know, you could get a parking ticket when you're out. It's like £80 nowadays in London. So all of these things have a knock-on spiral effect. Definitely even like petrol and stuff like that. You being involved in the strikes at the moment, not being able to get to certain areas, people working from home and saying, do you know what, I'm going to go onto YouTube and try and fix the problem through that. Many people do that nowadays. So it's taken the little jobs like, could you fix the tap outside, to someone finding out and doing it themselves, because money is just not available nowadays. I just want to know how others feel about it, because I feel that there has been quite a bit of a change in the last 10 years or even last 5 years. You know, since COVID, I don't think things have ever been the same at all when it comes to plumbing and people spending money customers, the amount of jobs you can do, prices, they've all started to skyrocket high, and it's pushed the margins out a lot on business. And that's why I've been making a few videos about starting a plumbing company, because I want to make people aware of what you're getting yourself into. You know, for myself, I'm knee deep in this shit, so like I don't have anything else to do at the end of the day, so I'm only gonna do plumbing. Again, I've had hard times through it. Like I said, I've had times when it was really popping, made really good money, and there's other times when you're not really making that much money, but there's a medium. And you know, like if you drop below the medium, for someone of my experience, it starts to become a little bit not worth it. Like, I'm gonna throw out a figure out there, yeah. So when I was younger, yeah, the minimum I used to get for a week was like £500. I don't want to go anything lower than today, £600 to £700, because of what things cost nowadays, isn't it? You know, and you hope that you're valued through your experience as well. You know, the places where I go to, I try to make sure that I'm paid well, because I know someone would contact me online or through social platforms and say, I've got a tap. The last guy said he'll do it for £60. Can you do it for £60? It cost me £30 in petrol to get to you, so I'm just going to do it for £30. I can't do it for that price, is what I say politely. But I do understand that, excuse me, the right job will work for you. And sometimes you need to find that. And I have broke down why it's not so good to do little short-term jobs, because it's not the plan to a long-term solution. They just get you out of a rut, then you get in another rut, and then you get in another rut. So I like to tell people things which have impacted my life, but also made me look at things differently. Like, there was a long period of time I looked at me being a plumber as I'm just a plumber. But I need to be looking at it as I'm just a business. Business, you move differently. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I've had to move differently to understand how to operate properly. And that's obviously affected my charging, affected the way how obviously I do business, and obviously affected how much money I'm getting as well. Charging more money nowadays. But that's just me personally. But I realise that there are a lot of us who are struggling. So that's why I make these videos, because if I wasn't super transparent and making videos, it would just be all lies. I don't have enough time or energy to be putting on the camera and have the lighting on, have the mic on, and tell a lie. I ain't got time for that. I'd rather just be super transparent with my audience, so you either get me or you don't. And if you don't, it might not be happening around you. So it's definitely something to listen out for. You know, I've worked a lot with a lot of plumbing companies. Supposed to do some work with someone soon, and the last 2 times I've called them, they're just not ready. They're not organised. Oh, where do you want to get the supplies from? Where do you want to get the materials from? Oh, could you do this? And could you... Listen, mate, look, you said we was going to start working today. I've called you in the morning. You've not even called me. What's going on here? What are we doing here? These are the questions and these are the things which you just go through, innit? So I feel that having this type of channel, what I've got, I'm just being nothing but transparent on it. And honest with people. I know that people possibly are just not going through that. They might be looking for work on loads of sites and stuff, and they find the work. Great. but I'm talking about in Pacific areas. So I know, even being a London plumber, I can't get to everywhere in London. That's ridiculous. Focus on a 15-mile radius. Spoke about this before. Anyway, let's conclude this video with, I would like to know your thoughts at the end of the day about how you feel about plumbing in 2026. Is it starting to slow down? Have you seen a decrease? Have any of those platforms which I've mentioned made you go down that route? Or have you kept finding customers organically, or going to your local area, council, meeting people? What are you doing? Let us know, because it helps. Yeah, it's not just for my knowledge, it's for everybody else's at the end of the day. I think when you're in a nice place, yeah, you want to share information. I've always been in that place, people. So make sure you like, share and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys on the next upload. I hope you enjoy the live streams. I see a lot of you that watching. I do need to remind you to always subscribe to the channel. I have got something special coming out very soon. Yeah, I'll talk about it when it comes out, but I'm proud. I'm proud of what I've done, and you're going to be too. Anyway, keep your spirits high, people. It's about being positive, and even though it might be difficult at this present time within this industry, you can always be a winner if you start. No, I'm joking. You shouldn't gamble or anything, but you could always be a winner, and this stuff could never always happen to you, or it could. Anyway, either way, you should subscribe, because I drop the knowledge on air. And my name's Mr. London Plumber. I want you to have a great day. Enjoy the